Good afternoon. It is Friday, April 17th, 2026. And I am heading out here to the orchard to check the trees, maybe get a couple of photographs of the peach and the apples that are in bloom, and unhook the hoses, because we are supposed to get, hopefully, our last freeze this evening. Pretty typical. The 15th or so, between the 15th and the 18th, is traditionally our last frost date here in southwest Kansas. So just unhooking the hose here. Don't want any freezing going on there. Break the hoses, but yeah, I just wanted to get a look here at the orchard. Let me flip the camera around here so you can get a look. Yeah, this here's one of the apple trees. Looks like we might have some pollination on there already. I don't even know if you guys can hear me with the wind blowing the way it is. Here, got some. Those are some pretty apple blossoms. I don't know, this was loaded a couple of days ago. There's some maybe that haven't quite fully opened yet, so we might get a little bit lucky. Got another one here. There's some new trees that we put in this year. Got several of those. Planted about 12 new trees. So we got chairs blowing over here. There's one there. There's a hole ready. Got another pear tree I got to put in there. This one here was also loaded with blossoms. You see some there. I'm not sure if we've got some pollination here or not. Shadow, there we go. See something? But the wind has been blowing so hard for a couple of days that here on the south side are a little more protected. It may have just blown all the petals straight off, but it does look like there's been some good pollination in here, so we might get lucky on the apples. There's a old apricot tree that is mostly dead and blown down. I got to get all that cut up and burned. Use some of it for firewood and just burn the rest of the brush. But it's been so dry and windy here, we're in burn ban, so I can't do anything. It's pretty irritating. Here's apple tree number 3. I don't know. Trees are beautiful. Hope we get some fruit this year. There's a cherry tree that is desperately clinging to life, but I need to get rid of that entirely. It's got to go. There's another little pear that I planted. Got these from the Arbor Day Foundation this year. I don't think that one's even going to come out of dormancy. And we had over here a couple of peach trees that were in full bloom. If there's anything left on here. Yep. Oh, no, we've got some peaches. Go look at that. All right. That's wonderful. Those are the only 2 I see so far. Huh. Well, I don't know. There may be something in there. And this lady over here was our late bloomer. Yep, there's one. There's one. See that growing? Yep. I see several up in here. Okay, well, we may actually get some fruit on this one if it doesn't freeze hard enough to kill what's already grown. We might get lucky. this lady here. This is the best looking and biggest peach tree that I have. It's just massive, but it's my earliest bloomer, and I don't usually get any fruit on that one because of the late freezes. We'll see. There's another apricot that had to cut a big section off of here and there. We'll see if it does anything. So that's the orchard. We'll come out and check it again tomorrow and see what kind of frost damage we might have. Oh, here's another one. Another new one that I put in this year. The buds are still pretty soft. That one might actually come out. Yesterday I wasn't so sure, but we may wind up with a tree here. Okay, well, good. We'll keep you guys appraised of what's going on in the orchard this year. A lot of cleanup to do after all the dead and the windfall from this last season. It's shaping up to be hopefully a good year if we get some fruit after today. Now let's go check on the rest of the garden and see what's going on over there. Alright, so here we are in the raised bed garden. It doesn't pay to get too anxious in your planting around here, because like I said, you will get a freeze pretty much every year on or around April 15th. Like I said, this is the 17th, so we're right on schedule. I got the lavender here, is on its way to coming back. Got some asparagus, newly planted asparagus here that's coming up. Like seeing that. Got some bindweed here to get rid of. Got some rhubarb coming up there. This whole bed was supposed to be full of rhubarb, but only those two came up. I don't know what this is. I got some kind of a tree coming up here. I'm not real sure what that is just yet. Nothing in here. Got some weed sprayed. Got to fill those beds yet. Did have some peppers planted in these back two beds there. You can see we got plenty of weeds to cut down. With these two beds right here, we've got frost tolerant stuff. Got some cabbages in here, some brassicas. Same in this bed here. Got a little more bindweed there coming up. And put some stevia back there. I'm not sure if that's going to make it or not. We've got days of hot south wind on top of hot south wind. Then the very next day you've got a north wind that brings a freeze. A lot of people like to say that their weather is bipolar. Out here in southwest Kansas, I think bipolar would be an improvement. Out here she's just crackhead crazy. We'll see what tonight and tomorrow brings for the garden out here. I'm probably going to throw a blanket over those back two beds with the peppers in it, because I would like to save those if I can. And then we got back there, got a strawberry bed back there, some potatoes behind. We'll tour more of that on a later date, but I just wanted to kind of get a before and potentially after shot of what this freeze might do this evening. So wish us luck, all the prayers, you know, and we'll come out and see you tomorrow. See what it looks like around here. Have a great night, and God bless from all of us here at Upland Ranch.